Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again, and the next one in the series of stamp sets I bought is called By the Bay. It's a lovely little stamp set for a freebie, but I don't think me just stamping an image and colouring it in again would suffice really, but I'll show you the card I made. I did it with the watercolour pencils. It's quite plain, but it's a lovely little card. I haven't done anything on the inside yet. I just stopped dead in my track and I thought, well, something plain and simple, it can be just as beautiful. So I just basically stamped, used my watercolour pencils and coloured it in, and it would have been a pity for you to sit and watch me make a video just to watch me colour again. So I do apologise. So I'm skipping this one. I've showed the card, so we're moving on to the next one. Great for a mail card, that. I'm playing now with the Climbing Roses. It should have been the crackle paint. No, actually crackle paint should be next, but you've seen me use that one as a background. So this one, it's got these beautiful dies with them. I'm going to be playing with the dies. These three, absolutely wonderful. Yes, you're going to see me do a bit of colouring as well, as you do. But I think this card is a little bit more interesting than the By the Bay one. So here's that beautiful card. I've used some of our gorgeous grapefruit foil sheets, and I've run it through with the Dynamics texture embossing fold. This is all new. Look at that pattern, absolutely gorgeous. So it did wrinkle it a little bit, but it was well worth it, and a lot of glue, and it stuck down perfectly. And you know me and thank you cards, I just love them. But look at the detail in that background. How amazing. This is the trellis work, and I got this and this just from one of my card fronts. I'll show you how I did it in a minute, because I don't like to use extra paper if I can help it. So, and I just stamped these patterns that come in the one of the stamps, and these beautiful roses across the top. So you can say to whoever and then write your little message down here. Love it. Absolutely love it. I should have stamped these after I'd finished this so I could move them over a little bit, but beautiful. How gorgeous is that? And I've added some Winker Stella to my flowers. Absolutely beautiful. The only thing is I do not have Grapefruit Grove in the blends. I don't think they are in the blends. So what I used was a blend pen and my ink pad, and I'll show you that in a moment. I have put it in my Stamparatus, all mounted ready. And yes, I always leave this in because I always line my stamps up to this onto this one here, so you're not having to butt up close, because sometimes you can't always get into the corners. So I'm going to use Memento Black, and the reason it's in the Stamparatus is just so I can stamp the image a couple of times, just to make sure it's good and juicy. And you can always rely on putting it straight back into the stamp. That's perfect. First time round. I had to stamp twice on the first card, but this has worked out beautifully, and it cleans off a dream of these. I love my permanent black ink, but I also love the Memento as well, especially when you're using blends. So there is the stamp cleaned. Just peel gently because you can rip the foam. And I can put that back in my stamp case. And I just rest. I don't press, I don't do anything I'm not supposed to. I just lightly put it in and it's not coming out. Oops. So I can put my Stamparatus away now. There's that beautiful image. I know it looks like it's all the way up to the edge, which it is, but this fits on there perfectly, because I've just done the same with my other one, and it cuts out a dream. Absolute dream. It's beautiful. Perfect. So we'll do that later. Just going to give that a little waft. Make sure it's dry, because I know it can smudge if you don't leave it for a moment. What I did then was I managed to be able to cut my frame out as well down this bottom corner, and with this one I just went all the way along until I got to the flower, and then we can well, I did this much, and then we can trim off the excess if worse comes to it. Anyway, I've got a few little wider pieces. I could perhaps get that out of there, and then I can get quite a lot more out of that one. Just trim up these edges. So I think we'll either do that or we'll do it the way I did it the first time, but I'm not going to use more than one sheet. So I'm just going to give it a gentle, yes, I think it looks good enough for me. And believe it or not, this won't take long at all, So I've cleaned off my blend pen. It looks stained, but it's not bad at all. There's no colour coming off it, so I'm just loading it up really. And then I'm going to start to colour my flower in. I'm not doing it too rough or anything. It will be paler in parts, which I want. Then we're going to go back over some of the lines. I'm not making sure every last little white bit is filled in. I'm just adding it to the flower. If I do fill it in, I fill it in. If I don't, I don't. I'm just picking up colour with my blend tool. That flower is done already. Where the lines are here, let me zoom in. See the lines here? I'm just going to add darkness, and this will dry a lot paler as well. So I'm just going to put some shadowing in. Just pick up some extra colour. We can go back over that when it starts to dry. I'm just going to give it a light one on this one. Even if you haven't got a colour, you've always got the ink, or I've got the marker pens, but I think that's a bit heavy to go in colouring with marker pens. So I'm just going over these lines to give a little bit more detail. You'll see it pick up as the flower dries. See it starting to dry on this one. Just adding a bit of shade there and there. It looks so nice when it's done as well. And it didn't take that long. So I'll pick up more colour, add it to, I'm just dipping the tip. I can flick up the colour just to darken it where I need it to be darkened. Are you still in shot? Yeah. I always save the biggest one till last. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful set. And now I'm going back for the darker. Beautiful. Watch it when it's finished. Oh, how beautiful it looks. I've got a little bud here as well. Just adding shade of dark. Tiniest little bit of, just to start coming through there. I didn't pick that up on the last one. Sorry about the bangs. It's my neighbour. They've got their kids all the way over Christmas. Bless them. They're a little bit rowdy sometimes. They likes to bang things about. Just picking up more colour. Going back over the darker bits now. Just gradually add a little bit more colour at a time, and it's absolutely beautiful. Excuse me. I suppose you could do this with your aqua pen as well, but this you'd have to use watercolour card for that. And try not to overwork any one area because it is just normal Whisper White. Perhaps I will do one of those by the bay, but I'll think of a different card to do because I wasn't fussed on that one. But it's a cute little card for a gentleman. That's why I use the darker colours. We can add the colour in, and then we can go back over and shade this in. So I'm trying to do it quickly so I don't over soak the paper. But we've got loads of the stamen in there, so I'm adding lots of dark there. Just going over the lines that Stampin' Up have put on there. I just love these stamp sets that they sell. Absolutely gorgeous, it's coming along lovely. Just going to add a bit more colour. More to the centre. What a beautiful, beautiful stamp set. That's it. That is absolutely beautiful, and watch how easy. Let me just check to make sure there's no more petals anywhere. I think that is gorgeous. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I can just see where I want to put a bit more shade in there. Maybe around there. So watch this, how clean it comes up. This is just my damp cloth, and it's all gone nearly. Love it. Oh, look, they double ended. No, they're not. But you can remove them. So I wondered, why don't they just sell replacements? Beautiful. So that's clean and off my cloth now. Off my bristles, should I say. And for the leaves, I used light and dark Mossy Meadow, believe it or not. Beautiful colour. Beautiful. And why you're thinking I haven't done the centres, because I'm going to go blend there. But it just goes together so quickly. Perfect. Some dangling off the end of my nib. And I think this Mossy Meadow goes beautiful for leaf colours. Just, especially roses, because they tend to have a really deep green leaf on a rose bush. And all I'm going to do with the dark is I'm going to colour them in. I'm just going to add a line. Where there's a line, I'm adding a line. Deep thought again. I always go a bit quiet when I'm colouring. It's not that I'm not wanting to talk to anyone, it's just I get so involved with it. And I must have apologised for the video the other day, the Happy Meal, the last one. I got so emotional. I love all you guys so much. I ended it too quickly, I think. I do apologise. I'm always apologising. So there, that's what I've done with my mossy meadow. And then I'm just basically just going to touch each one where the lines are. I don't mind, there's a little bit of white showing. How quick was that? What we're done. Absolutely divine. Love it. Love these colours and work perfectly with the roses. So I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to just turn around and cut this out and I'll be back 2 seconds. And then I'm going to swap my plate over so we can run our embossing folder through. Show you this cut out, it's just divine. Just perfect. Oops. And there is that gorgeous, gorgeous cut out. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Just going to pop this back in my case so I don't lose anything. Right, I am just going to run these through up to that line there, and just going to take my cloth and cut it in half for 2 seconds because I'm going to use one of my Swiffer cloths to see if that works, because I've got 2.5 boxes now. So I'm just cutting one in half. She says once you can get a scissors to do it. And if it works, I'll let you know in 2 seconds. If not, then they're going back to being cloth. So I've cut one in half. And I'm going to lay one on my cutting plate. Because there's so many little bits in this, it's unreal. But I'll be 2 seconds now. Let's see if it works. Oh, it definitely gives you an extra shim. That's nice. So, it's taken the outside edge off. Fingers crossed now when I lift it up. Oh. No, it's kept them perfectly. It just needs pushing out. So it'll be 2 seconds. There it is. I'm going to grab my brush and my plate. just get a couple. And they're all out. Lovely. Oh, I like that. Perfect. I'm going to keep that because this is going to sit at the bottom, so you're not going to see the bottom. So I don't have to cut all that out. And try and keep it level. And that's gone. Perfectly. Oh, now for my... Look at me going, I would do that in the car. My husband like jumps out of his skin. He's like, whoa, what? And I'm like, I've just thought of something. And he's like, that you're going to crash us one day. 2 seconds now, I'll be. Oh, bless his little soul. This frame is beautiful. It's full of holes though. Perfect. Oh, wow, yes. Yes. Virtually everything has come out near enough. Just perfect. So I'm going to use my little brush one more time. There we go. Perfect. And then I didn't do that earlier. It left it all in because I didn't use this. Oh, I'll clear that after. Oh, it's absolutely good. Right, now I need to swap over my plate for my other plate. Because it's the textured dynamic, my card base, by the way, is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8 folded with the score at 1 8. This is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. And if you notice, there is a line, but I don't want, on my other card, look, it's got that little trim because I took it to the line. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure that it comes and it's down. I want it right there so it picks up 2 rows. And I'm just coming down a touch. So I'm going to keep it straight on this edge. And you always put this end in first because you could have it cracking. And you only need 1 plate. Perfect. Swap my plates back over. And look how beautiful this comes out. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that detail. Just beautiful. So that's my embossing folder. So what I did, I just gently tried to stop the roll a bit. I used lots of glue on this, and I'm using this because it sticks really well. And I'm making sure it gets into the corners, all the way along the edge, especially those corners. And especially all the way along the edge. You could always add a bit of double-sided tape as well. I've done that before, and I did it the other night with the crackle paint one with the best catch. Love that card. So now to add this. Oops, I want to make sure I've got a nice border all the way round. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to check that it's level. I'm turning it over. And I'm just gently, I'm going to do this for a few seconds because it does take a little bit for that to grip. But I'm not pushing on too hard that I get rid of the pattern. Oh, they are beautiful. Absolutely. Look at that. It's just stunning. And that's why I use the glue. And I know it dries clear, but because it's foil, I'm fussy. Anything that's oozing out the side, I'm getting rid of. Just absolutely gorgeous. Look how pretty that is. And then I'm going to dot this and layer this here. And then our roses are going down the bottom. Oh, just stunning. So I'm going to add quite a few dimensionals. That would do that one perfectly. So while our glue is out, and I'm just adding strategic dots everywhere. I know this is going to stick to the foil perfectly. Beautiful. I like this glue because you don't have to squeeze at all because of the weight of the bottle. It just all comes out. Perfect. So I need to line this up because I can't have it moving. I'm trying to make sure that edge is just in place. The bottom I didn't glue because I'm going to pop this over the top. And on the thank you, I don't think I'm going to add those little trellis marks. I'm not sure if I'm fussed on them over the thank you. Just going to lay this just there. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So with my thank you, I'm just going to make sure they are equal. So dot to dot, bring in the beautiful, gorgeous grapefruit grove. And you know me, I'm a sucker for a thank you card. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Cleaning cup at the ready. I'm going to add some dimensionals to that also. So I'm going to do the trellis work down the side first. I think I might just turn that around. This would add some fabulous contrast to your card. Perfect. And then I'm going to grab those beautiful roses. I'm just going to run them across my page. Just the three. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. So not a I've lost for words now. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just going to say it's not one of those cards that takes forever to make either. Just turned out absolutely beautiful. You could add some ribbon if you wanted to at this stage. Oh, I think that would be nice. Oh, let me put my pot away. I wonder if it would look really nice with a bow on somewhere. So I want 3 of those showing if I can. So I'm just going to pop that there. I'm not going to press until I know it's straight. That looks good to me. I got these lovely little pearls, and I'm going to add just 3 there to the centres of those flowers. How beautiful. That itself would make a fabulous card. With a beautiful sentiment on. Absolutely wonderful. My wick of Stella pen. I always give it a good shake to prime it. And then just go over your flowers. Just give them a bit of shine. Because it reminds me of a garden trellis. With climbing roses on. Oh, beautiful. This reminds me of the morning dew. Perfect. Perfect. How wonderful is that? So I prefer that one now without the little trellis markings all over. Let me just see if I've got a nice bit of ribbon where we can have that. We've got the organdy ribbon, or we've got, I think it's Grapefruit Grove, I'm not sure. Oh, it doesn't say. I don't think it is. Is that Grapefruit? No. No, I don't think that is it? No. Oh well, we'll leave it without the ribbon. That is just absolutely gorgeous. So there's the one I did earlier. This is the one we just done together. Absolutely adorable cards. Just love them. What do you reckon? Would you give me a thumbs up? I would really appreciate that if you did. And a share, that'd be fantastic. You could also spritz this with your shimmer spray as well. That would look really pretty. So thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Please press the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to see more videos, I've got lots and lots to offer, and I post every single day. So if you want to see what I make tomorrow, please don't forget to press the little bell as well. That way you'll be notified of all future videos. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.